Jeffrey, the Dobbs decision essentially put questions of abortion back to the states. If the Supreme Court does anything here, does that put some federal guardrails on the issue of abortion again?
It could. The question is whether the federal government can establish a baseline of care. And federal law trumps state law to the contrary. And the claim here is that a federal law that requires that emergency rooms provide all necessary treatment includes care for abortion. Now, it could be that the justices will say that you need a clear statement from Congress before you can cover abortion. And that's the claim of the abortion opponents here in the Idaho case. They said that the law doesn't speak clearly and therefore it shouldn't be interpreted to cover abortion. It has huge consequences because if the justices narrow this law as Idaho wants and say it merely requires equal treatment, in other words, Idaho only has to provide the abortion treatment that it provides to all other women, which is namely zero, that's basically deferring to state law about what the baseline of care is, which is not consistent with the general principle of federalism that national law trumps. So it's hugely significant. The Arizona case shows these are both laws that were passed in the 1800s, the 1864 in Arizona, 1890. These laws are springing back to life. And the question is, who's going to have the final word? The federal government, the voters of the state in an initiative, the legislature. The bottom line is these extreme abortion bans are not popular even in the reddest states, as Arizona shows. And when they're submitted to a vote of legislators or the people today, they tend to get overturned.
Jeffrey, to you, this is the court that overturned Dobbs. Where do you think they want to be here? I mean, overturn Roe.
As Gloria says, they do care about federal supremacy and don't want to have states totally resisting federal law, but they may also say there's no conflict here and try to avoid a direct clash between the federal government and the states. We'll have a better sense after the oral argument this morning.
Again, and that is why we're all going to hear those, and we're going to be paying very close attention to the way the justices ask their questions. Gloria Browne-Marshall, Jeffrey Rosen, thanks so much for being with us.